Fox News has apparently been purging staffers since Donald Trump left office back in January. And so far, according to the Daily Beast, they have fired 16 staffers through what is being called by the remaining staffers an ideological purge. Basically trying to get rid of anybody that they think might be either a real journalist or capable of independent critical thinking. In other words, somebody that would call out the network on their own BS, and they're getting rid of them. Now, Fox News claims that no, this is just part of our restructuring. We gotta downsize, gotta change up the newsroom a little bit. We don't need this many people. And then the staffers, the ones who are still there, told the Daily Beast, you can go on LinkedIn right now and see that they're already posting that these jobs are open, so that's a lie. They literally are telling us, no, we're just getting rid of these positions altogether. Yet at the same time on LinkedIn, those job postings exist. You could probably go apply to them if they haven't already been filled, folks, if that's your cup of tea. But nevertheless, Fox News is in fact lying, and it would appear on the surface that these staffers are accurate with their description of an ideological purge happening at Fox News. And we can say that because this has actually been taking place a lot longer than just the last 2 months. Reports over the last 2 years have repeatedly told us that staffers at Fox News, at the journalism, department versus the editorial department, which is what you see on TV, have been clashing for many years at this point. The journalists, the hard news department, they want to just report what's actually happening in the world. They don't like the reputation that they have gotten by being associated with people like Laura Ingram and Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity and the rest of them. They want Fox News to live up to its name and actually provide news. Well, unfortunately for them, the news doesn't pay the bills. The commentary from those other folks does. So, commentary, editorial, opinion won out, and the hard news is the division that is getting purged. And since they don't want any more, hubbub, I guess you'd call it, they don't want any more questioning of why we're saying these horrible things on the air, they're ideologically purging anyone, as I mentioned, who's capable of critical thinking or even just logic to any degree. So this is what Fox News has decided to become. It's not surprising, though, to be perfectly honest, not just based on what we've seen from Fox News, but based on what we've seen from the other networks that are now competing with Fox News, Newsmax and One America. Decidedly to the right of Fox News, which is no small feat there. But yeah, those networks pretty much, traffic in saying the most outlandish and ridiculous and obviously false things imaginable. And so Fox News had a choice to make. We have to compete with these other right-wingers. Do we do it as a hard, real news network? Or do we try to out-crazy the crazies? And I guess now we know the answer to that. Rather than try to compete on an intellectual level, Fox News said, no, we're going to out-crazy the crazies. And as bad as Newsmax and One America really are, nobody, at least right now, is capable of out-crazying Fox News when they really start to dial it up.